Hey everyone, Daniel here with Slow Haste. This is just going to be a quick start guide on how to get your amazing DAWless setup with the Elektron Digitone, Digitakt, and Arturia Keystep up and running. To note, these can be configured in many different ways. This is just how I have chosen to do it for my purposes, which is using the Keystep to control the notes on both the Digitakt and the Digitone, but using the tempo and pattern information from the Digitakt to control the Digitone. None of the tempo information is coming from the Keystep. It's all coming from the Digitakt. I also have the audio going from the Digitone into the Digitakt, so we can take advantage of the master compressor on the Digitakt. Anyways, let's jump right into it. We'll start with the connections. As you can see here, hopefully through this opening in the stand, we have a MIDI cable from the Arturia Keystep's MIDI out, and that is going to the MIDI in of the Digitakt, and then from the MIDI out of the Digitakt, we are going into the MIDI in of the Digitone. Cool, that's our MIDI. Audio outputs are super simple. Left and right audio output from the Digitone go into the left and right input of the Digitakt. And yeah, that's self-explanatory. Oh, and then we have a left and right output from the Digitakt going into the blue box right over there. Hopefully you can see it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You also have your power cables running everything because that's important. You need electricity for this all to work. And yeah, let's jump into the project settings. So I'm in a new bank in this project that I have set up, but with each new bank, the project settings get reset. And you can like save a template and then just save it as a new project every time. So you don't have to like set this up from default every time you start a project. But here we go. Let's start with the Digitakt. Okay, so go into the settings button, and then go down to MIDI configuration. You want to go to sync, and you want to make sure everything is set to send from the Digitakt, because again, the Digitakt is telling the Digitone what to do. So clock send, transport send, and program change send. Those are all set up by default. And conversely on the Digitone, we want everything in the MIDI configuration sync menu to be set to receive. So here we go, clock receive, transport receive, and program change receive. We're all set up there. Another thing we want to do while we're over at the Digitone is in the MIDI configuration menu. We're going to go to the port configuration, and you're going to go all the way down to the bottom and make sure that the receive notes box is checked. And let's do the same thing on the Digitakt. Cool. So that means it's just going to receive notes from the Keystep. So the next thing we're going to do is go down to the Keystep, and we are going to set the MIDI channel to 10. And in order to do that, you hold the shift button and press that D key with the 10 right there. And what that does is it sets the MIDI output channel to 10. And in the channels menu of the Digitakt, what you'll see that does is it syncs up to the default setting of the auto channel, which is set to 10. And that's by default in every project. So that way it will be all synced up on that front. And then the last thing we have to do is set up the MIDI channels on the Digitakt to control the Digitone's MIDI channels. So this is pretty straightforward. Just hit your MIDI A, and you can, I mean, this is arbitrary, but I just do 9, 10, 11, 12 to tracks 1, 2, 3, and 4, respectively. So what you have to do is, once you're on the appropriate channel, you hold the function and press the channel knob, which is going to be knob A, and then set it to align to the track. So 9 is 1, 10 is 2, 11 is 3, and 12 is 4. So now these MIDI channels will control the tracks on the Digitakt. And I'll show you as an example with a project that I already have set up. But first, we need to address the audio input. To do that, we're going to go to the third page of our master page, and you're going to set the right pan all the way right, the left pan all the way left, and then the input left and right to 100, or you can go all the way up to 127. As a note, this is default set up to dual mono. You can change it to stereo as such, and then just change the balance. I've never done this. Somebody recommended it to me on a comment, and I just do that because it's the default setting. And let's scoot that right channel back over there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, let's hop into a different project I already have set up to show you what this all sounds like. Okay, so here's our kick drum. And as you can see, it's chromatically playing that on the Digitakt. And same thing with the melodic sample, basically any track you have selected will be controlled chromatically by the keyboard. And same thing with our MIDI channels that we have set up. So again, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are tracks 1, 2, 3, and 4. So with each track, as you can see, corresponds to the Digitone. Of note, you need to select the track on the Digitakt to actually play it with the Keystep, because if you select it on the Digitone, see I'm still playing MIDI track B, which is tied to channel 2, or track 2. You have to actually hit the key that you've aligned and linked up with the corresponding track. Because the Keystep is not sending any information aside from MIDI note information to the Digitone, and it's effectively doing that through the Digitakt as the brain. So you still need to control the different tracks as you want to play them with the keyboard through the Digitakt, if that makes sense. One thing that has slipped me up a little bit is the fact that you still have to use the Digitone's track buttons to actually edit the sounds of the synth engine on the Digitone, even if you have a sound selected with the Digitakt. So here, I'm playing track 1, but track 4 is still selected. So if I try to modulate or edit any of the parameters, it will change track 4 and not track 1. So that can kind of like destroy your patches if you're not careful. But just save frequently and use the function reload pattern feature to kind of get back any sounds that you may have accidentally destroyed, because it likely will happen because it's really easy. Anyways, that's it. Hopefully that was a quick crash course on how to sync these up. Again, you can route them many different ways. You can control the Digitakt with the Digitone and route the audio the other way. And this can work with pretty much any other MIDI keyboard. This is just what I have. So hopefully that was helpful, and thank you for watching.